Ooh, hello there, my fellow miners and crafters. GoodTimesWithScar here, and welcome back to the wonderful worlds of hermits and crafting. And we're here in our little hobbit hole, looking out over our future base because we haven't even worked on this place, right? It's getting kind of at the point where it's time to start putting some blocks down and getting this place in the way that we want. So after today's episode, we're gonna start working on our base. And can we get some base hype in the chat? Let's get hashtag base hype because it is almost time to start working on our futuristic city here. Ouch, that hurt. That time I hit my knees. I need some knee pads, not just a helmet this time. I need some knee pads. But looking out over this great big beautiful land here, I can just envision the high skyscrapers and the clouds there, the beautiful mountains with the snow-capped glaciers, and of course a monorail circling it. Oh, it is just gonna be marvelous, my friends. But before we do that, we must reveal the dome. That is right. In today's episode, we're gonna go back to the Big Dig. Never forget the Big Dig. And we are going to reveal the dome and build up some supports and some other beautiful things down there, which I'm very excited about. But as of today's episode, we're just going to start working on the Big Dig as, you know, live streams here and there and videos. But from now on, we're going to start working on our base because it is time. Like, I've been so excited about this base, and it's time to kind of put the blocks on the ground and start getting that going. So why are you twitching your head at me, dog? Why? Because your friend's gone? I know. I don't know where your friend went. I'll try to find him. Don't worry about that. But look at all my delicious. That's a wrong choice of words. I don't eat cats. I assure you guys, I'm not a cat eater. Unlike Cubfan, who's a cat killer, I am not a cat eater. Why did I say these delicious cats? That's so weird. Anyway, let's just forget that. Let's just put the fish away. Let's just say that never happened. Anyway, so as you guys can see, I've got my spruce wood and I've got my dark chocolate looking super fancy. Now I got a bunch of acacia back at the Big Dig. So that's going to be kind of amazing. So we got that all set up and I should have some glass already here. Beautiful. You might be wondering, Scar, what do you need glass for? Well, we need to get ourselves some of those fancy beacons up and running once again because we're missing one of the beacons at the Hermit City project. So we're definitely going to do that. So we just need to go and kill another wither. Now, I don't want to do this the manual way downstairs where we did it before. I always feel your first wither kill must be in a natural way. But after that, it is free game to do whatever you want. So that's why we're going to go find the communal, like, killing area for withers. So I've got the obsidian, I've got that all set up and ready to roll. And yeah, very excited about that. So let's fly on over and take a look at some of that progress we did in our last episode. Welcome back, and we're flying through here, taking a look at our wonderful petrified tree, which we've been working so hard on lately, looking absolutely amazing. Look at that. Well, that's my face. Anyway, that's what we're looking at. That, of course, is the tree and all the beautiful details where we have incorporated some new colors, some browns and some little white highlight details that really make this thing shine. And soon, once we get that all around this thing, it's really going to shine. And of course, having some of the little houses and the windows built into it's going to be really cool. And these devilish green creatures, oh, they just never cease to annoy me. So yeah, that's looking really great. So in our episode today, we're going to remove this entire ceiling, which is just going to be absolutely stunning, to finally reveal it and build our support structures. So we're thinking about adding the support structures, and these are going to be maybe half of the final product because we're still kind of figuring out where exactly these pieces are going to come all the way down at, but we're going to build them and they're going to connect up to the actual tree. And the thought process behind this is this was carved out manually by the hermits, revealing the tree, and of course then they carved out the little spiral staircase around the tree, revealing kind of the inner bark of it. And I think this is going to look really cool. So let's get that beacon up and running, head off to the Nether. And yeah, I'm really excited to get this started. Welcome to the Nether, and I made a huge mistake. I got on a minecart that was sitting right here and went on what I thought was going to be an amazing Nether roller coaster ride. It was the most dizzying, horrifying journey I've ever been on. I'm still recovering. Still, the room is spinning in not good ways. Okay. All right. I'm better. How are you? Okay, let's get going now. So I was just here doing the wither killing earlier today, so I got all of this done, and I think this is the way. It just says wither cheese. I do like cheese. I guess I like wither cheese if I like cheese. I do like withers because they turn into beacons, which makes mining amazing, right? So maybe I do like wither cheese. What would wither cheese be like? Would it be like Swiss cheese? Or would it be moldy, yucky cheese? I think it would be moldy, yucky cheese, personally. We're going on cheese tangent. So my hope is that we don't destroy the server, as always. I get a little nervous when it comes to killing withers outside of kind of a normal area. So actually, okay, this is definitely it. I guess somebody's already pre-made this for me, which is super helpful, and thank you very much for that. Okay, so let's just do this, okay? So, oh, hello, chest. So I'm gonna put this right there. All right, I'm gonna grab out my 3 skulls, and we don't need any of this, I guess, at the moment. So, okay, this is kind of horrifying, but that's okay. Oh boy, please don't make mistakes, Scar. Okay, oh gosh, oh gee golly. All right, we're back. Okay, please don't escape. Oh good, it's good. No, he didn't blow up, did he? No, he's blowing, is he blowing? Yes, okay, we gotta wait. There we go. All right, we're good. Oh man, sometimes guys, like I really do get freaking out when I do this. I'm like positive I'm gonna make a horrible mistake and like destroy the Nether, but luckily we haven't really built the Nether hub as far as I know yet, so we're not destroying it like before. I thought I was gonna destroy Tango's Nether hub. There we go. That's good stuff right there. Awesome. Okay, did we get it? Beautiful. All right, so we can finally complete the loop once again. So let's grab that, grab a little of this, a little of that, and a little of a crafting bench. Boom, and a biome, and we'll drop that down. Look at that. Scar's remembering crafting recipes. That's a big day right there. That's a big day here on HermitCraft. Scar's just remembering recipes left and right. We've got ourselves a beacon. Let's pick that beacon up, and of course our crafting bench, and we're off back to the big dig. Let there be light once again. So let's drop that down, click that down, and let's see, how do we do this again? Can I get some powers, please? There's my powers. I was like, uh-oh, what did I do wrong this time? So I think we give it an offering, right? And then we click haste, and we click haste once again, and we click done, and it should have taken our little ingot. There it is. Okay, and that's haste 2. Oh my gosh, we got it like the first try, which is kind of amazing, right? There we go. Very, very awesome. I am so glad our fallen beacon has returned. All right. So now it's time for the business, my friends, because we got to get working on this today. Now, our first objective, of course, is to get these pillars installed. So as you can see, this little cobblestone line is going across, and that represents kind of the center point of this entire thing, because I want these little columns to be pretty centered within the tree. Now, of course, the tree is slightly oblong because we're trying to create a natural look to it. But what I want to do is have these pillars like going straight down along those lines across there. So we need to mark this out. So we're going to start the pillar, of course, like way up at the top right there. And it's going to run the ceiling all the way down to, I don't know exactly yet. We're going to figure that out together in a way. So maybe like down to right where that hole is right there, maybe. And then of course, there's going to be one there. There's going to be one back there, one over there, and of course, one right there. So now that we've got that kind of figured out, we got the layout figured out, I think we've got enough supplies. So we've got the acacia, we've got the milk chocolate, we've got the dark chocolate, and acacia, or not acacia, but we've got the shulker boxes full of extra supplies. So are you ready? Are you ready? All right, because let's get this going. Getting the support columns lined up. One thing I noticed that I'm a little frustrated with is I seem to have put all the branches of the tree directly in the center of where our little structure design is going to go all along the dome, which is not what I wanted to do. And I remember specifically thinking, don't put the branches directly in the center. And well, I did. So that's a thing. But that's okay. And of course, I was just going over here. This is the last one I still need to do. There's another branch here. I don't know why I did that. That is slightly frustrating. But one thing that makes this whole thing much easier is the obsidian blocks that we placed down long ago. It makes this thing way easier. See, there's one of our obsidian pillars. So what we can do is we can kind of scaffold down here and use this as our marker to determine where, of course, the center is, which makes this so much easier. So we're getting very close, starting to laying down some of those blocks. I think we're ready to go. We've got this whole thing lined up and ready to go. So I think we've got all the little pillars that should line up appropriately. This, of course, is kind of the centerpiece. And yeah, I really hope this works out. I've gone to full lengths to make sure everything is gonna go as smoothly as possible. So why don't we take out our acacia, and I'll kind of give you guys a quick rundown of our design. So let's say we start over here. Now, of course, this was never fully finished down here. We didn't go to the lowest level just because each ring at this point going all the way across took like an hour and a half to count out each section. So we kind of are going to do the rest of this kind of by ear as we go down a little bit, but that's going to be okay. So what I want to do is I want to scaffold down here and clear this out just a little bit more. There we go. So cut that out just a bit. Okay, so if I remember where that pillar is, it's kind of important. There it is. Okay, I should have used something other than stone to mark this because it's kind of an important marker. So we take that and we push over to here, one there, and then one on that side, and now work our way. Oh, no, you're in the center. Already a scar mistake. Already a scar mistake, but that's okay. So now, as you can see, what we're going to do is we're going to slowly work this upwards. So now this block is 2 blocks. There we go. And we start bringing these outwards. So what I want to do is I definitely want to double this up a little bit so it's not, so as you can see how I'm kind of cutting the corner right there, I don't want it to be like that. So I'm definitely going to add some more blocks, but I just kind of want to get something down just to give ourselves a little bit of a visual so we can kind of eventually vision what we're fully going to do, because what I have in mind is only in my mind, and I really want to put it to, I keep thinking pen and paper, but it's Minecraft. It's blocks and stone, or blocks and wood, blocks and dirt maybe. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. So as you can see, if we start building these across, right? And we do an entire section all the way across here mirrored off of this. And what I want to do is I want to go into this centerpiece and then do a little bit of dark chocolate hanging down, a little milk chocolate on the sides. I think that would look really, really cool. And if you're a longtime Scar, you might recognize this design. It's one of my favorite color palettes and designs to do because it's not only has a little bit of a modern flair to it, it also has a great rustic design, so you can kind of use it for both. And that of course came from my roller coaster design way back in Scarland, and so that's kind of the design that we're going to be running off a little bit. Now, one thing we definitely need to do is we need to clean the ceiling. So we did a pretty good job before of getting the diorite and the granite and all of those things off of the ceiling, but there's definitely a lot more things to do here before we remove the flooring, which is going to be pretty cool. We're going to do that in a super awesome time lapse. So that's definitely gonna be really fun, but hopefully you guys are liking this design so far, because once we kind of double it up, so there's of course another section just like this on the other side, and of course a little something in the middle, I think it's gonna look really cool and really make it feel like this whole dome is being held up by this structure, which I think is gonna be really, really cool. So let me finish this side, and of course that over there, and then I'll meet you on the other side. I think that is a good structure that we can work from now. So what I want to do is I want to add an additional 2 blocks of acacia on either end here. And then from there, that's where we can start adding those accent colors. We can start incorporating the dark chocolate. We can start incorporating that milk chocolate. I think that's going to be really, really cool. And also it appears to be I've built myself my very own mob farm, just like my own slime farm down here. I've now got you covered with, oh boy, that's a skeleton. He's gonna, yep, he shot me right off there into his devious little plan so the spider could get me, but they didn't know who they were fighting. The Scar. Got really laggy there. I really thought I was gonna die there for a second. Anyway, so let's work up here and see what we can make of this. So if we push these blocks down like so, grab this one and then work up to here. Let's see if we can make this happen. So right here, I want to add 2 blocks. So every little section we add 2 blocks. So I think that's the end of the road there. Perfect. So if we add 2 more here, oh, that's going to look really, really cool. So let's do, oh shoot, was that? Okay, yeah, add 2 more. I was like, I think I lost count. That simple count of 1, 2. I seem to have derped that up somehow. Anyway, let's call it good there for now, and let's look at that from a distance there. I had a little hop there. Did you see that? That was a pretty good little hop. Oh yes, that looks so much better. See how it kind of overlaps by 2? That looks excellent. So if we incorporate that all the way down, and of course on the other side, then we can start thinking about how we want to do the center. I want to do something in there that looks cool, but I don't know exactly what. So as I build these little sections, I'll try to think of that. So we've got both sides doubled up, and I'm starting to install a little bit of a milk chocolate accent along the sides there, and I think that's looking really cool. Now, one issue has arisen that I don't want this to look like an extension of the tree. This is kind of a man-made structure, right? Whereas the tree, that's a natural thing. So I'm trying to kind of think about how I'm going to avoid these things looking too close together. Maybe once we incorporate the different wood colors to it, but if it comes down to it, I'm totally open to switching out the support structure's color. You know, maybe we do it in a darker color. Maybe we do it in a dark oak, or maybe we go into a standard standard oak color in the comments. Let me know. Hashtag support structure colors if you have any suggestions. If you want it switched out to standard oak, like I said, or dark oak or something along those lines to make it be a little bit different from the tree. It's a thing that just crossed my mind a moment ago, but let's jump in here and start working on this. So this little section, oh my gosh, I love the shape of this. Look at that. That is really, really cool. So if we're jumping down here, what I want to do is I just want to start installing some of these pieces. If I can find my way back up, there we go. And we're going to follow this all the way along here and then see where this kind of cuts off right there in that little triangle. We're just going to double it up right there, of course. And that's going to look really, really, really cool. So bring those guys all the way across there. And if we could jump up onto our supports. So if we take these blocks, right, we bring them all the way across here. I think this will be good. I think this will be good. I just don't want, like I said, I just don't want this to look like the tree. But I do think once we have the accents on here, I think that's going to make the difference. And there's stage 2. Now going to stage 3 will require adding some of our dark chocolate going across there. So I think that's going to look very delicious. So over in these little connection pieces where it kind of connects up to the tree, I'm thinking about adding something there that does make it feel like it's separate from the tree. So if we think of like a connecting mechanism, if you will. So we'll think about that definitely. But yeah, so I think what we're going to do, and I'm going to start maybe like right about there, and we'll kind of work down eventually. But I want to start like right here and figuring this out exactly the pattern that I want to do. So if we scaffold back ever so slightly, and we'll add just a couple more blocks here and there. There we go. Bring that all the way across. Okay, so if we take out some of this here and we stick that right there. Oh, that is looking very fun. Oh, that's looking very good. Okay, perfect. Let me just drop in a little extra right there. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, there's actually a spacing right there. Okay, we'll have to fix that. And we did. Awesome. Okay, so what if we added, let's just throw this in there. Let me just throw in a block right there and just see what that looks like. Okay, that looks okay. And what does it look like if we throw in a full block? Oh, hello, full block. Let me actually knock that piece. Oh, geez. Wow, we're really messing it up now. There we go. Kind of feel like that's a little much, right? I feel like that's a little much. So let's scale that back, okay? And we'll just add that. And then we're going to add 2 of these guys to the back end right there. Oh, that looks excellent. Okay. Okay. So if we scaffold back just ever so slight and we take out that block, correct? And let's see, let's push over to here. We add 1 more block right there, boom. And then we add 2 of those beautiful half slabs. Let's add 2 of those. Actually, hold on. What if we only add 1 right there, just depending on the length? What if we always keep it at 2 blocks? Okay, because this is skinnier than this piece. And if that's 2, that's 2, and then, yeah, perfect. Oh, that's excellent. All right, let's see what this looks like from a distance, and hopefully that's looking good. Oh my, that does look very nice. Oh, I think that's excellent. Very, very good. I think that's the difference, what it needed. It needed that kick of a different color there to kind of give it a little kablam. Well, wow, I totally missed. Really thought that would have been the seal of that clip by just going kablam and killing that guy. But no, things don't work out the way you want it. Anyway, I think that's looking really good. So what we need to do now is we need to take this design and we need to run it all the way down to there, all the way to the top, and of course on the back side there, and then fix some of these little spots like where that piece doesn't connect all the way across. So fix up some of those. And also we do need to think of connection pieces like right there and there. And other than that, I think we've wrapped up our complete design. Oh, I'm very pleased with this. And there we go, both sides complete. Now, what I'm doing now is thinking about how we can incorporate something into the center to bring these 2 pieces together. So what I'm thinking about is I'm going to take this block and connect it together, okay? See how there's a gap above it, so there's a little bit of a gap of air there. If we scaffold up there, my thoughts are, what if we take a little bit of fences and maybe even a little gates, and we take that across here, we put that over there, and then, oh, this isn't even, no. I mean, it is even. I was looking for an odd number. That's okay, that's okay. We'll see what that looks like from a distance here. That's not bad. I kind of like that design up there. That looks pretty cool. I was thinking if we took something and ran it across here also might do the trick. And if we don't like the fence gates at the top, we could just take another row of milk chocolate candy bar slabs and put them across there. You know, all this talk about chocolate right now is like, I'm thinking like, I want some chocolate. Do you guys want some chocolate? In the comments, let me know. Am I making you hungry with chocolate talk? We just need some cores to color the marshmallow, and then we can have a s'more, and that would be kind of amazing. I like these two designs. Why don't we think about it this way? Let's do another one right here. So we would be moving down just row over here, and let's cut this piece together, and we'll take out a half slab, and we'll run that across there, and we'll take another one up here, like so. That is looking kind of cool, okay? I'm gonna run down here just for good measure. I'm gonna do another one and think of another design. I'm just gonna think of another design. I can't actually think of another one. I'm kind of blank at the moment. Let's see, why don't we go like this? Maybe, we'll see. And we could take another block going across here like that. We can choose between all of these designs. It's like Christmas right now. It's Minecraft design Christmas. That sounds great. I wanna go to Minecraft Christmas. Just an entire Christmas is full of Minecraft designs. That sounds great. Okay, how does that look? First of all, I love the design that at least we brought the two pieces together. Now, my only concern with this is maybe it's a little too thick with the extra half slabs. And are we kind of on the agreement there that it's a little bit big for just a center column there? That might be just a little much. So I think I'm gonna scale back that a little bit. I'm gonna take off the half slabs and kind of see where that takes us. There it is. I think we got a little too excited with all those different block designs. So I think scaling it back, going with a much more simple design, I think that is good for now. We can always readdress this later and start, maybe incorporating just one or two extra little bits here and there. But for the most part, I like the scale back. I think that looks quite a bit better. And I can't wait. Let me just jump down here real quick. I can't wait. Let's hope we can fly. Nope, can't fly. But once, there it is. See it right there, right there. So once we bring those down and create some columns going straight down, that'll really look really awesome. And I think that's kind of the main color palette that we'll use throughout the build is these colors. And you'll start seeing some of the general structures of the underground area built within those. So I think that's gonna look really cool, especially having those vertical slabs going straight down. Oh, that's gonna look excellent. All right, let's grab our fireworks, head on back up. How many bets is this isn't gonna work? Yep. Oh man, delayed hit right there. Quite a delay there. This is so frustrating. Come on. Yep, there we go. Actually got up there the first time. Second time, actually. But anyway, that's looking super sweet. Is this Aquascar? Ooh, it is Aquascar. Just for a moment. Just for a moment. You can't have too much Aquascar in one day. All right, here it is, guys. It's time to hit super fast build mode and complete the other 3 of these columns. Welcome back, and there we go. We have our entire support structure built up and ready to go. Now, I think these things look really cool. So let's kind of dive in here and look at them. Now, of course, up in the ceiling area, there's still a few modifications that I'd still like to make, of course, with the bands. And of course, if you have any ideas, you know how to let me know down in the comments. And of course, on Twitter. So let's look down here because I've noticed a few things that are a little bit inconsistent in the ceiling. Now, is this? Yes, this is one of them. So right here, this one kind of has a little bit of an odd curve. It's not as bad as another one, but the ceiling here is, you know, a little different here or there. Some of the areas were miscounted just a little bit. So we'll definitely make some modifications in fixing that. Also, we do need to come up with an idea for the little structure going downwards. Now, we're not going to work on that today, but let's start kind of thinking about that with ourselves here. Just thinking, you know, what should we do for that? I'm envisioning like 2 giant columns coming down, and then they have little connectors in the middle, maybe making an arch. I think that might look pretty cool. Also, that could be kind of an opening for caves that kind of go off in and around. So I think that also would look really nice. Now, it's time to fully remove the floor here. Now, I was a little hesitant, of course, on that because what if we still need to access the floor? Like, we still need to do a ton more work in these areas. But then I was thinking, you know what? We still have to do scaffolding to get up to any of these areas. So the floor isn't super useful in that regard, where we can just stand here and do the work without scaffolding. So I'm totally good now with the full like scaffold removal here. So we're going to remove this entire floor, revealing the dome, which, boy, I'm very excited about that. That is going to be absolutely amazing. So let's take a land here and let's look at this. So as you can see, I've been working a little bit more on the root structure. So this is just time consuming, but it's fun because it's more of kind of a little bit of like a, you know, like a creative flair to it. You just kind of figure out where it's all going to flow together. So it's kind of fun. I enjoy that part of it. So as you can see, I'm kind of bringing these pieces outwards like that. You can see some additional ones there. And these are going to continue to, well, falling in a hole apparently, or falling down a staircase. But these are going to continue to grow outwards. And of course, add our detail. You know, we're going to add some more of the acacia, more of the hardened clay, which I think is going to be absolutely amazing. But yeah, it is time once again to Oh, geez. Oh, that hurt right in the head. We're going to hit super fast build mode one more time and knock out this floor. End of super fast build mode, and that flooring has been removed. Now, I kind of thought it was like 1, maybe even 3 blocks deep at the most in some of the bigger areas. No, it was like 10 blocks in some of those parts. I listened to the 2 podcasts, accumulating around 6 hours of work. Look at the scoreboard. Oh, no, Scar, no! Oh my gosh, how did that happen? Anyway, hashtag never forget. Look at the scoreboard. 328,000 blocks mined so far. That is absolutely insane. Can I get hashtag never forget in the chat? Never forget this project. I want to see everyone's comments. Hashtag never forget. If you're a super awesome Scar, you know how much that'll make me feel better. So let's pull back and let's reveal this crazy thing. And that, of course, is the giant tree there in the center. And this is just absolutely insane. The scale of this, I never thought it would take this long and the scale would actually be this big, but we really bit off a lot. And I think we can finally finish this on streams and things along those lines. Absolutely insane. I mean, 300,000 blocks, and I think what Cubs coming in there close to 200 or 150,000. This is just absolutely crazy. There are so many mobs around here. So let's kind of look at where we're going to take this for now. As you can see, the edges of the surrounding area are a bit rough. They need to be sanded off. We're totally going to do that. Up at the top of the tree needs to expand greatly at the top to really expand and make it really feel like these branches are reaching out and even holding up the entire structure. And then, of course, down at the pillars over here, we need to make giant columns going down once we determine which height the rings are going to be at. So that's going to look really, really cool. And of course, this thing, I mean, man, it's just absolutely insane. So down at the bottom, these are, of course, our roots, and these roots are going to expand and add more color and more contrast to them that really highlight them. That's a big thing I've really wanted to do more of, is to highlight all of these little areas so it doesn't look like a gray blob. That's my main kind of goal at the moment. And yeah, I really hope you guys have enjoyed this, and that I think it's well worth it. In the comments, like, is it worth it? I think it is. I think all the time we put into this, we're creating something really cool that will make the server kind of have something cool at its core. Literally at the core, it's underground. But yeah, I think this came out really, really cool. And guys, thank you so much for following me along on this crazy project. Hashtag never forget. And in our next episode, we're going to be starting our own base, which is going to be absolutely amazing. So if you guys think this video deserved a rating, that would be absolutely much appreciated. And until next time, this has been Good Times with Scar, and we'll see you later. And don't forget to subscribe, so I will.